Let's take a moment to think about your accounting team. Yes, I know, it's not the most exciting topic at a dinner party, but hear me out. Imagine you're the head of a company, and you just found out your purchasing department has been paying 50% more than the market rate for materials. And not just any materials, substandard ones. You'd be furious, right? You'd want answers, accountability, and probably a swift change in leadership. But here's the kicker. How often do we apply that same scrutiny to our accounting and finance teams? Think about it. When was the last time you took a deep dive into how your accounting team operates? Are they truly delivering value, or are they just going through the motions? If you're feeling a little uncomfortable right now, you're not alone. Many leaders overlook the effectiveness of their accounting teams, and that's a huge mistake. Just like that purchasing manager, if your accounting team is operating inefficiently, you're losing money, big time. Today, I want to share 5 critical questions that can help you assess your accounting team's effectiveness. These questions aren't just for show, they're designed to uncover the real issues that might be lurking beneath the surface. So grab a pen, take some notes, and let's get into it. First up, does your accounting team have the appropriate leadership style? This isn't just about their technical skills or how well they can balance a spreadsheet. It's about their ability to lead. Are they self-confident? Do they take ownership of results, or do they make excuses? A great leader should be able to shift from high-level strategy to detailed execution seamlessly. If your managers are micromanaging and drowning in the minutiae, they're not leading, they're stifling growth. And let's be real, if your team is stuck in a rut, it's time to shake things up. You shouldn't be afraid to ask your team how they feel about their leadership. Sometimes the best insights come from those who are directly impacted by management styles. Their actions will tell you everything you need to know about whether your managers are truly leading or just managing. The second question is about expectations. Do your managers set high standards, or do they just take things as they come? A good leader challenges their team and fosters an environment where everyone is encouraged to grow. If your managers aren't setting the bar high, you can bet your team won't rise to the occasion. They need to understand the broader goals of the organization and how their work contributes to those goals. Otherwise, you risk complacency. And trust me, that's a slippery slope. Now, let's talk tools. Do your managers understand the modern work tools available to them? I'm talking about Power Query, Power Pivot, Business Intelligence, and even the good old Microsoft Excel. If your team isn't utilizing these tools, you're likely overpaying for subpar service. The efficiencies that can be gained through these technologies are enormous. And if your team isn't leveraging them, it's time to ask why. Are they intimidated by new tech? Uninformed? Or simply resistant to change? Next, consider the reports your team produces. Are they providing insights or just data dumps? If your accounting function takes forever to answer basic questions, there's a problem. Accounting should be a resource that adds value to the business, not a bottleneck. If they're not meeting the needs of the business, it's time to reassess what they're doing and why. Ask yourself, why are we doing this? Challenge the status quo, and don't be afraid to blow things up if they're not working. Finally, let's talk about something that might seem trivial, but is incredibly telling. How much paper do you see lying around? Now, I'm not saying paper is evil, but a paper-heavy process often indicates stagnation. It's a sign that your processes may have gone stale. Just like finding one termite in your house, if you see paper everywhere, there are likely deeper issues at play. A digital mindset is crucial in today's world, and if your team is stuck in the past, you're overpaying for lackluster performance. So, let's recap these 5 questions. Does your accounting team have the appropriate leadership style? Are managers setting high expectations? Are they utilizing modern work tools? Are they producing insights rather than just reports? And finally, how much paper do you see lying around? These questions are not just a checklist, they're a wake-up call. An effective accounting and finance team is vital to the success of any business. They're responsible for maintaining financial records, preparing statements, and managing budgets. More importantly, they provide essential insights into the business's financial health. If your team is ineffective, it can cost your company money, time, and ultimately, its reputation. Remember, a strong accounting team is essential for making informed decisions about resource allocation. Without accurate financial data, you're flying blind. Inefficiency, waste, and decreased morale can quickly follow. And let's not forget about the potential for fraud and corruption if financial operations aren't adequately overseen. In conclusion, it's critical to assess your accounting team's effectiveness. Don't just assume everything is fine because you haven't heard any complaints. Take a proactive approach to ensure your team is delivering the value you expect. After all, managers do things right, but leaders do the right thing. So take these questions, engage with your team, and start the conversation. You might be surprised at what you find. Let's transform your accounting function into a powerhouse that drives your organization forward. It's time to take action, because when it comes to accounting, complacency is not an option. The stakes are too high, and the potential for improvement is too great. So, what are you waiting for? Start asking those questions today.